Hi, this is Barbie again, and today I want to talk to you about something that's just been on my heart for the last few days. It has nothing to do with the gym or training or going off on some rant or tangent. Um, but Sunday, when the rest of the world was sitting somewhere yelling at a TV, watching football, I went shopping and I was at Target, minding my own business, moseying along through the store, and I'd stopped to look at Valentine's Day cards. And I hear this little lady's voice behind me, and she says, "Excuse me." And I turned around and I saw this older lady, and she was on one of those electric scooter carts. And at first, I didn't even realize that she was missing both of her legs below her knees until she said, "I just want you to know that I admire you. You're a really strong lady. I know how much courage it takes to be a double amputee. I know it's the worst thing in the world." And that's when I looked down and I noticed, oh, she's missing her legs. And my guess is that she probably lost her legs later in life. And so she probably remembers what it's like to have legs. I, on the other hand, I don't remember what it's like to have arms. This happened to me when I was 2.5 years old. So this is all I know. This is the norm. This is the usual. I don't remember anything different. To me, being a double amputee isn't the worst thing in the world. It could be to her. Does it suck that this happened to me? Does it suck that that happened to her? Absolutely. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But I, first of all, want to say shame on me that this lady, thinking back, I could see the pain and the hurt in her eyes. And she probably just needed a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of strength to get through the rest of the day, to cope with whatever she's going through. And because I just wasn't in the mood to talk about that, or, I just wanted to be left alone. Of course, I was very nice and polite and told her thank you and that I hope she had a great day and all that, you know, nice stuff. But shame on me because that lady probably needed something that day. And I think I totally blew an opportunity to be a blessing to that lady that day, all because I was just enjoying my time to myself and really didn't want to be bothered by that at that moment. So shame on me. And it's been bothering me now for a few days that I didn't just take a minute to be a little bit more encouraging to her. But my message today really is relative to everybody, whether you have some kind of a physical challenge or physical handicap or not. And actually, everyone has some kind of limitations, some kind of handicap, if you will. Some are more dramatic, more drastic, more obvious than others, but we all have some kind of limitations. And I think that no matter what your situation is, no matter what your limitation or your handicap or your challenge is, or whatever you're going through in your life, I think it's important to remember that it could always be worse. There's always someone out there who is going through something a little worse. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to be missing both of my arms. I mean, there's people out there with much worse handicaps, if you will. I mean, there's Democrats and liberals. Never mind, never mind. My brain's on speakerphone. But no, just even thinking about people in my life. I have one of my very best friends has really bad hip issues and needs a hip replacement. And she's young. She's not even 40 yet. But she's in excruciating pain almost all of the time. I think that would be terrible. I would never want to be in that situation. Although if I could take some of the pain away from her and take it on myself, I absolutely would, because she lives her life in pain. So I think of her. I think that's worse than missing my arms. And you never hear her complain. That's one of the things I love about her. Another person who's very close to me is my brother. He is not even 30 years old yet. He's extremely ill. The last, he found out he was sick when he was, I think, 20 years old. He had a kidney transplant, which was great for a couple years, and then he rejected it. And after a while, they ended up having to take that kidney out. And from that point on, which was in 2007, I believe, it's been nothing but issues. My brother practically lives in the hospital and is practically dying a long, slow death, and he just suffers all the time. None of the doctors can ever figure out what's causing any of the problems or how to fix it. And when he's not in the hospital, he lives at dialysis or at doctor's appointments and on oxygen. A lot of the times he can't even walk on his own. He has to have someone help him or use a walker or be pushed in a wheelchair. He's extremely sick, very weak, very frail. His immune system is extremely compromised. He gets so many blood transfusions. I'm not even sure if any of the blood in his body is his anymore. So to me, that's no kind of life. And again, you rarely hear him complain. He gets grouchy, and yeah, he does gripe once in a while, but I can guarantee you any one of us would if we were in his situation. But even the situation that he's in, there are people out there in worse conditions. There are people out there who can't breathe on their own, who are in comas, or they live as a vegetable. At least he can sometimes get out of the hospital and do things that other people will never get to enjoy again. He's still breathing, living. So I think my point is that we all need to count our blessings, be thankful for what we do have, what we can do, and not worry about the rest. Yeah, there's things I can't do. There's things my brother can't do. But can't worry about that. All you can do is be thankful for what you do have, what you can do, and use what you've got. Be grateful for the blessings that we have. So that is all I have to say today. Just be grateful for what you have and count your blessings, because it could always be worse. And remember, you can go to my website anytime, FitnessUnarmed.com, or also you can visit me at my blog, which is barbiethomas.blogspot.com. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.